This midday, the war on terrorism goes on. The latest developments and reaction to President Bush's speech. Plus, 2 morning accidents claim the lives of pedestrians. We'll have a live report. A special kind of high school that really prepares children for college. Could this be the beginning of a new trend? And the world's largest Monopoly game has people jumping for joy.
Now, with more complete coverage from across Southern Nevada and where you live, this is News 13 inside Las Vegas, live in midday.
Almost 2 months after the attacks of September 11th, the nation continues to step up its war on terrorism. President Bush spoke to the nation last night, and this midday, more strategy meetings in Washington and around the world. Welcome to Midday. I'm Jena Anton. The president spoke to the country last night from the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta. ABC's Barbara Pinto joins us live from Washington with more complete coverage of the president's plans and how the nation will move forward.
President Bush continues his coalition building here in Washington today, meeting with a number of foreign leaders and insisting that despite criticism from some allies, support for America remains strong. As the conflict in Afghanistan grows more intense, President Bush today tried to minimize conflict within the international coalition battling terrorism.
I will tell you, our coalition has never been stronger.
Meeting with the Prime Minister of India, the president said he wants the world to know it's time to act.
We appreciate the condolences. Now is the time for action. Now is the time for coalition members to respond in their own way.
Today, the president is expected to announce a new airport security plan. More National Guardsmen will patrol airport gates and garages in a move aimed at calming the nerves of jittery passengers and encouraging holiday travel. Also on the home front, the president's call for Americans to help defend against terrorism is being answered.
The phone started ringing in the White House office. What can we do to help?
On the front lines in Afghanistan, troops move into the critical crossroads city of Mazar-e-Sharif. Today, the man running the war, General Tommy Franks, is expected to ask the president for more land-based aircraft, possibly another aircraft carrier, and several thousand more ground troops.
It's a war that's going to take a deliberate, systematic effort to achieve our objective.
Tomorrow, President Bush heads to New York. He'll address the opening session of the United Nations. On Sunday, he'll attend a memorial service at the World Trade Center site on the 2-month anniversary of the attacks. Live in Washington, I'm Barbara Pinto. Now back to you.
All right, thank you, Barbara. In an effort to combat possible terrorism, the U.S. Coast Guard will enforce security zones at 3 western dams along the Colorado River. Those are Hoover Dam, Davis, and Glen Canyon dams. The zones will prohibit boats from getting within a half mile of each. They will be in effect until May of next year. This Veterans Day, we will honor the brave men and women who gave their lives for this country. And of course, there are still those who continue to do so. Sailors and airmen aboard the USS Enterprise gathered last night to hear what the president had to say. And most feel a sense of renewed pride in America.
I think the patriotism that you've seen just expand from this whole situation is incredible on board the ship. And I'm just looking forward to seeing that back home.
In his speech, the president echoed the words of a nation when he praised the courage of those in our armed forces. Nevada's Governor Kenny Gwinn is playing host to the nation's 29 Republican governors for the next couple days. They're in town for the annual Republican Governors Conference held this year at the MGM Grand. Tops on the list for discussion, state emergency plans in case of terrorist threats.
All of us are struggling a little bit in our budgets right now all over America, and it's quite evident from the discussions I've had with the other governors here. So Homeland Security will be very, very important.
The governors will also discuss efforts to stimulate the economy, and they'll take some much-needed time to relax and just enjoy the city. It's been a busy morning for Metro Police. Detectives are investigating 2 deadly accidents involving pedestrians. News 13's Marc Martinez is live at the scene of one of the accidents this midday with more complete coverage. Mark.
Well, Jena, Desert Inn between Cambridge and Maryland Parkway just reopened a short time ago. It was shut down for about 2 hours after a 90-year-old woman trying to cross the street right here was hit and killed by a car around 9 o'clock this morning. The driver of that car did not stop. Now, police located that vehicle a short time ago in a parking lot near a shopping center here. Officers arrested 2 women in their early 20s who appeared to be under the influence of something, according to police. The elderly victim was taken to the hospital after being hit. She died about an hour later. Police say because of her age, she couldn't make it all the way across the street on one light. That's why she was standing on the center median when she was hit.
At 90 years old, she may have started crossing that road when the light was green for her, only made it halfway and had to stop. The car did have the green light at the time of the accident, but like I said, the car went up on the median. So right now it appears to be the fault of the driver of the vehicle.
And this is video of another accident that happened earlier this morning, a fatal crash, a very bizarre one, happened around 5 o'clock this morning near Riviera Boulevard in the Strip. According to police, a female driver hit a pedestrian at the intersection and then drove a short distance, apparently in shock, and she also couldn't find the man that she hit. She called police. They arrived and discovered the victim went through the windshield of the car and landed in the back seat. The woman did not know the body was in there until she finally pulled over and an officer arrived and found that body. An investigation into that accident is underway, but police tell me it appears the driver will not be charged because she had a green light at the time the pedestrian was hit. As for this accident here, police say the reason why the driver finally pulled over is because her car had a flat tire after she hit the center median here, and that is ultimately why they stopped. An officer on the scene tells me the driver was given a field sobriety test, which he says she failed, in his words, miserably. Jenna, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Mayor Oscar Goodman has a busy Friday planned. He's meeting today with Chilean Consul General Rodriguez Perez. Perez is based in Los Angeles and is in town to talk to the mayor about the needs of the Chilean community. The pair will discuss naming an honorary consul here in Las Vegas. Goodman is also giving Perez a key to the city. You could soon see an increase in your phone bill. Sprint, the leading phone company in Southern Nevada, says it will ask for a rate increase next month. The reason? Sprint says it needs more money to keep up with growth here in the valley. It also blames a decrease in the number of business customers, forcing it to raise residential rates. More indictments today in a nationwide scam that involves the McDonald's restaurant chain. 50-year-old John Henderson of Las Vegas was among 12 additional suspects indicted yesterday. The fraud ring embezzled winning game pieces from 2 of the company's game promotions. 21 people were originally indicted a few months ago. Skateboarders and rollerbladers have a new place to go head over heels. The Silverado Ranch Park is now open. The new multi-million-dollar park is on Gillespie Street, just south of Silverado Ranch. Skateboard experts celebrated the grand opening last night by showing off their talents. The park includes horseshoe pits, picnic areas, and sand volleyball courts. Well, News 13's Bob Jeswald traveled far and wide for today's weather. He's standing by in Chinatown. Bob, what's up?
Oh, we're having fun, especially with these young guys here. How you guys doing? Good. They just happen to be with the Andre Agassi Foundation, and we're talking about science. It's a science discovery day here at Chinatown, right off of Spring Mountain. Everyone is invited to come down. As you can see behind me, lots of fun, lots of kids, and we're just learning about science. Come on down. We'll talk about this later. Plus, your weekend forecast, something you do not want to miss. Stay tuned. Whoa.
Well, that's coming up. And you can find love in the strangest places. Coming up next, how people at Ground Zero are discovering romance. That's all ahead on News 13 at midday.
Hi, I'm Kathy Ray with this week's News 13 Inside Las Vegas Community Calendar. Nevada's second annual motorcycle toy run, organized by Just for Kids, is set for November 17th. Call 361-4451 for details. Clean up the desert and assist the Red Cross Sunday, November 18th. Call Maximum Off-Road for information. And join News 13 at the 21st Annual Turkey Trot, November 18th, as we support the Ronald McDonald House Charities. For information, call 791-4275.
When Volkswagen said it was cutting 3,000 jobs yesterday, its stock shot up 3%. This latest trend is affecting the stock market, especially since the September 11th attacks. Since then, more than 400,000 workers have been laid off. In October, Sears cut almost 5,000 jobs, causing a stock increase of 24%. Financial experts say when a lot of companies lay off workers all at once, it can end up slowing the economy and making things much worse. Oftentimes, as we've seen over the past 2 months, tragic events produce some heartwarming stories. It seems love is in the air in New York City. For weeks, rescue workers have gone to Nino's restaurant, where free meals and good conversation are on the menu. Even those who least expect it are finding love.
Whenever you have a tragedy as such, a lot of people have a tendency to let their guard down and they be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for?
The heart opens up. The heart opens up more and is looking for, good things to come to.
Anthropologists say hard times draw people together, and with emotions high, people tend to fall in love, and that seems to be happening at Ground Zero. Well, a special high school is challenging students. Still ahead on News 13 at midday, we'll show you a school that is preparing children for life. And Bob Jeswald is in Chinatown for the Day of Discovery. And what's that all about, Bob?
Another tease? Yeah. Okay, we're here live, and you hear all the popping going on. It's a science fair. It's a Discovery Day. Kids are actually dropping eggs on the floor, making engineer barriers. We'll tell you what that all means when we return, coming up in just a few moments. We're here live at Chinatown, and we're right here off of Spring Mountain. So come on down and have a great time till 3 p.m. We have the kids here from Andre Agassi Foundation, Yucca Mountain Projects here, sharing a wealth of knowledge for you guys. Okay. Now, it is a wonderful day to come down here, isn't it, boys and girls? Yeah. Okay? Okay, see you down here. We'll be right back.
Our lives have changed since September 11th, and News 13 Inside Las Vegas is making a renewed commitment to you to help you understand the impact America's new war has on your day-to-day life. This Tuesday at 5, the crime team Sean Boyd checks McCarran Security.
I'm Sean Boyd. Get more complete coverage on the airport's changes and the lengths people are going to make sure you're protected.
News 13, taking you inside the stories that matter to you. On the home front, McCarran Safety, Tuesday at 5 on News 13 Inside Las Vegas. Now, your complete forecast with News 13's Bob Jeswald.
A whole lot of fun going on here at midday, and the weather seems to be cooperating as well. We're here, it's a Discovery Day, Science Discovery Day here at Chinatown, and we're up on the second floor. We're off of Spring Mountain, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You got to stay down, okay? You got to help me out here, you guys. These guys are excited. Anyway, we have nearly 600 kids expected here today, and you folks at home are also invited to come down. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but first, let's take a look at these current conditions. You guys ready for the weather? Yeah. All right, we're inside, but we're loving the weather. What kind of clouds are those? Those are cumulus clouds, right?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Okay, it's mostly sunny right now, 69 degrees. This is all part of the science experiment, by the way, if you hear all this popping in the background. Humidity, 28%. The winds have been variable and light. A barometer that is falling. Not bad. Okay, 69 degrees now. Guys, it's high pressure. We're going to talk about that today because the geology here really makes the wind. Did you know that? It's because of the terrain. We're getting some of this wind here today. Do you agree? Say it.
What?
You can say, yeah, you guys could tie. They're bashful now. Now they don't want to talk. High pressure, I'll give the rest of the weather forecast. How's that? We're seeing clouds well up to the north, and we see another batch of clouds out in the Pacific and some colder air ready to move down here, which will change our weather for some portions of the west this weekend. But until then, a very cool start for the northern Rockies, and this morning in northern Nevada, we had readings well below freezing. Ely was in the 20s, for Pete's sake. Tonopah was in the 30s, 69 degrees here at home. Lake Mead for today, 85 degrees with a north breeze, 20 miles per hour, 74 degrees of water temperature. Mount Charleston, 58 for high, overnight low, 32. We'll see those clouds coming in, and we may even see some snow at Mount Charleston over the weekend. Stay tuned for that. Continued very nice this afternoon, 75. You guys happy with the good weather? Say it. Yeah. All right, tonight mostly clear, and look for those readings to drop in the low 50s, kind of chilly, but the first part of the storm system will bring in some snow above 8,500 feet. It will not spoil your weekend. Veterans Day that we celebrate on Monday will be breezy and cool and showers late in the day. Now, Claire, come over here. Can we let Claire come in here for a second? Claire, tell us why we're all here today, why we show some of these projects. Look at these things.
Well, actually, we're providing an opportunity for kids to come down here, learn about science and engineering concepts that they might not be exposed to.
And this is all part of Yucca Mountain Project, is sharing some of the science and giving back to the community, and these kids get a chance to learn. Isn't that nice?
Absolutely. We have scientists down here, scientists in geology, hydrology.
Wonderful.
All volunteering their time.
Great. Real quick before we go, I know I'm getting a wrap here. This is so important. Tell me what you've learned today.
I've learned about the desert area, like some rats and things. Some rats have never had water in their whole life.
That's right. And so not only we're talking about geology, we're talking about the animals here and much more. So come on down here. Tell everyone to come on down.
Come on down here. Because.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Jenna, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it sounds like you might have some rattled nerves after today.
Oh, exactly. We're building volcanoes, too. Imagine that.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
Okay.
The long Veterans Day weekend is here, and it's a good time to take in a movie. If you're in the mood for a good laugh, then you'll want to see Shallow Hal. The film opens today. It stars Jack Black and Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm going to do you a great favor.
Really?
From this moment on, whenever you meet someone in the future, you're only going to see the inner beauty.
The movie promises laughs as well as a life lesson. Shallow Hal is rated PG-13. Well, still ahead, it's a popular game with big stakes at hand, but the risk of Monopoly is getting even bigger. We'll tell you where you can get in on the world's largest game of Monopoly. And getting ready for college takes a lot more than good grades and passing test scores. We'll tell you how one high school is preparing its students for life after graduation. American high schools have come under fire for not preparing students for college. But one high school in New York is doing things differently. ABC's Andrew Colton has the details.
While the high point of high school for many people is sports, or socializing, or getting into college, there are those who find it, well, somewhat different.
It's a war in which puberty wins and education loses.
Leonard Botstein, the president of Bard College in upstate New York, thinks high school doesn't work anymore. Why? Because puberty starts earlier than ever before. And because at about age 16, test scores go down and dropouts go up.
It's like putting your children into baby clothes when they've outgrown them.
So Botstein and the New York City school system have pioneered a new high school where kids take high school classes for 2 years and then college-level courses for the last 2. Their teachers are on-staff college faculty who are specialists in their subject and who place adult expectations on their students. The students will leave here with an associate's degree in hand. These new college kids are critical of the schools they left behind.
I really did not think that my teachers were up to par. They had very little experience. They didn't know the subject matter thoroughly.
Even though I excelled in certain subjects, there was no motivation for me to do better.
But can this work for everyone? Leon Botstein thinks so.
Adolescents can do important things, and they can be taken seriously.
At 16, he says, today's young people can make choices. They can choose to begin college or to pursue a trade or public service, returning to school later if they find they could use it. Bard High School Early College is among the first to welcome that choice. Andrew Colton, ABC News.
The founders of this special school think one of the reasons the school is so successful is students are given mature responsibilities while still living at home with their families, and this gives them the best of both worlds. Well, let the games begin. That's what they're saying in California today.